I'm supposed to get accommodations according to the State of California Welfare and Institutions Code, 17109, which is indigent with an estate. So indigent with an estate means that my estate can be used as collateral to pay for food, water, and shelter for me. My estate can be used as collateral. And instead of using my estate as collateral and to overrule questions about jurisdiction, they're using my estate for grand larceny and for profit. And this is just like some people who are robbing a bank. And so I'm finding out that the restitution centers is being managed by Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon. And George Gascon has been hijacked. George Gascon is not really George Gascon. And also the State of California Franchise Tax Board is supposed to be run by Joselle Brunette, but she's not there. There is revolving door Joselle Brunette, there is revolving door George Gascon, there is revolving door Sherry Carter at the Stanley Moss Courthouse, there is revolving door governor, revolving door senator. These are all high-ranking public officials that have been murdered or are not around, and these are government offices that have been hijacked. The district attorney's office has been hijacked. The attorney general's office has been hijacked. The courthouse has been hijacked. It has been hijacked by China. It has been hijacked. If you look at the state of California, the controller, Comptroller, the controller is Betty T. Yee, along with Joyce Lee of the unemployment insurance, EDD unemployment insurance, and C.K. Wampoa that was arrested by Nicola Hanna in May 2020, U.S. Attorney for Los Angeles. And so what I'm saying here is that there is Louis Farrakhan, and there is C.K. Wampoa, and there's the federal government mafia, which is pay-to-play racketeering and Spygate. And you have a bunch of gangsters and mobsters that are running, and the entire country is operating on hijacked government offices and hijacked district attorney and hijacked courthouses. And that's why there's no taxes being paid, because everything is being bartered. They're bartering everything, and there's no taxes being paid. So I asked George Gascon and the district attorney and Summer Hawkins to give me access to restitution centers, and they will not, because they stole my money and they started giving out $100 million kickbacks to everybody. So I had the court issue a deposition subpoena and also a mandatory court appearance to give me access to restitution centers, and for George Gascon to prove that he really is George Gascon based on the Homeland Security I-9 form. And they cannot. So now they're in contempt of court. And contempt of court means that I can take it to a higher level. So I'm reaching out now to Brian Nelson, which is the United States of America Treasury, United States of America Intelligence and counterintelligence, counterterrorism for the Treasury, because the FBI doesn't really care, LAPD doesn't really care, the sheriff doesn't really care. They're fending for themselves. They're living on kickbacks. They're probably making more money now because, the people who are the gangsters and the dirty cops, they're making out like bandits. So they don't really care. But the Treasury cares, and the IRS cares, and the State of California Franchise Tax Board should care. But the Franchise Tax Board, who's being operated by Joselle Brunette and Betty T. Yee, which would probably have been murdered, and the Franchise Tax Board is hijacked. The district attorney's office is hijacked. The courthouse is hijacked. So I'm reaching out to Brian Nelson, and I'm also filing a motion to intervene by President Joe Biden, because when the CIA is corrupted, the national intelligence is the boss of the CIA, and President Joe Biden is the boss of the CIA. So I'm filing a motion to intervene by Brian Nelson, National Treasury, counterintelligence, and also Joe Biden, to take control of hijacked district attorney's office and hijacked IRS and hijacked franchise tax board and hijacked courthouses because there is some serious corruption going on and it needs to be straightened out and cleaned up. So I'm asking for a witness with disability to stay there, and this judge, Craig D. Collin, is supposed to grant me attorney's fees as well as motion to tax costs, because we need to confiscate what was stolen by Louis Farrakhan and also murdering whores. When I met Magdalena Rabinowitz on Match.com, she told me I was only the fourth guy that she ever had sex with. That's what she told me. And like on the second date, I'm having sex with her right in front of my doorstep. You know, I'm like, wait a second, we're having sex in front of the door. How can I be the fourth guy you ever had sex with? And she says, yeah, but I'm finding out I'm more like the 400,000 guy she ever had sex with. And almost every guy that she had sex with, she's a murdering horse, she murdered. So there's all kinds of like piggy banks laying around, like 400,000 men who have been killed. And these men who have been killed were tycoons and millionaires with serious piggy banks. And so I'm asking the government for a search and seizure and asset tracing and forensic accounting and login history report with IP address to crack down on this corruption and to confiscate what they stole and to bring back money into America, into the state of California, based on 400,000 piggy banks that have billions and trillions of dollars, you know? Make America rich again, make California rich again. It's better when Trump was saying, make America great again. I'm saying even better than that, make America rich again.